right, good morning, everybody, and we are coming to you live from North Fort Myers High School. Thank you for tuning into Florida Athletics Network here on YouTube, home of the Red Knights, and Coach Ron Newsom as he hosts the Grind Don't Stop Showcase, showcasing some of Southwest Florida's top basketball talent. We're going to be here all day bringing you the skills and drills and challenges that these young men are going to be facing today, all in an effort to see where they measure up, not only locally, but statewide, even nationally, in regards to their basketball skills, and this is incredibly important for their development, for their future, as these young men are not only looking to continue their basketball careers past their time here in high school, but also into college, potentially even the pro levels, and this is where guys start to get noticed, especially as they enter their junior and senior years. Joining me today from the For Florida Athletics Network is Hunter Petty. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing excellent. Thanks for joining me. Again, it's going to be interesting because we have maybe the most unbiased eye of anyone in this building right now.
Haven't seen
We don't
anybody
have an
play.
agenda.
Yep.
We're not scouting. We don't know any of these young men or the coaches here. And so we hope to bring you a fair analysis, but certainly, we want to keep it positive. We want to, be encouraging, that these young men continue to work on their skill sets and continue to develop into not only great young men, but great athletes as well, and do their best, again, to seek a potential future. Again, the doors are wide open for JUCO, D2, D3, and of course, the dream gig would be a D1 school. And really, that was the vision for Coach Ron Newsom, was to be able to put this broadcast together. We're going to have a series of videos that are not live. We got two gyms running simultaneously. We're going to be filming in the other gym and bring those videos to you later on this week. But for those of you joining us on this broadcast, we are going to be broadcasting live as, again, these gentlemen do these drills and skills challenges. They are being evaluated, and they're being coached as well. Hunter, you got the chance to walk around a little bit, talk to some of the coaches, maybe some of the players. What's the temperature like? What kind of a feel did you get for the atmosphere here today?
I like it. It's a lot of guys competing. This is one of the most important. It's the class of 2020. I believe it's 25, 26, and 27. So it's the guys coming into very important years. They got some pretty important coaches here too. There's one guy that coached at Louisville, another one that was at another D1 school. So those coaches have been there. They know what it takes to get to that level.
Yeah.
And, they just want what's best for these kids. They want the kids to get to that level as well. So I think it's the perfect match. And everybody here seems excited, and I'm excited to watch them. Like you said, we're unbiased. We've never seen them before or anything. So I'm looking forward to the scrimmage. I want to see these guys play.
Well, one of the reasons we wanted to have you out here, Hunter, is you've got some basketball experience. You played yourself a number of years. For you personally, what would you say, based on kind of what you're seeing already in terms of drills and skills exhibited here, what was maybe your personal biggest challenge, I guess, as a basketball player?
I would say defense. I was out there to score the ball, and
Points for honesty,
Yeah. But that's one thing. They got the defensive slide drills over there that you guys will see later. That's an important part, because if you can play defense, they'll find a spot for you. Not everybody wants to play defense. Defense is, maybe you could say, scarce right now, because the NBA, everybody likes to watch the NBA, and the NBA is such an offensively driven league. So I don't know. If these guys can, I guess, like I said, we'll see in the scrimmage. But I think defense is a good point of emphasis to watch.
Well, and would you say, would you have been more comfortable in kind of a skills type setting, like this, where they're making you do specific things and just, to kind of see where you measure up, or do you feel that you would have performed better in a scrimmage environment like we're going to see later today?
That's a good question. I mean, my specialty was shooting,
Okay.
so like, I would kill the drills, like the on-ball drills and stuff like that, shooting around. Um, but I'd say I like the scrimmage more. I like to get out and run and play. And I mean, I like to say I shoot better with a contest, so I like when there's some defense there. I like it. It gives it more of a challenge. So I'd say probably a scrimmage.
Well, and again, I mean, anytime I think, no matter, at least for me, anytime you get to watch top talent in any sport, I think it's something incredible to watch. It's something that, no matter at what level it is, when, talent is talent, and to watch good talent is such a treat,
Hmm.
you look at the fact of the impact that last year's draft class for the WNBA has had on that sport.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
as the most obvious example, and we're not going to get into any of the, the controversies there. But needless to say, both that class and even this class that just came in has some amazing athletes that have drawn a lot of people to the sport.
Hmm.
Why? Because they want to see something they haven't seen before. They want to see they want to see sports or any talent really at its peak level, right? It's the reason that we go not only to sporting events, professional sporting events, but it's also the reason that we go to Broadway, right, to see musical theater, and
Hmm.
it's the reason, that for so many things, people, and there's something I think when you see talent and ability at its peak level, there's some, you're watching something special.
Yeah, of course.
And look, among these guys, be it a small percentage, there's bound to be somebody here that's got that natural skill and ability, that's going to really have an impact on this sport, in the future.
Hmm.
And so today, we may not know who any of these guys are, but hey, a few years from now, they may be a household name. And that's obviously what we're looking for here today. And for them, some of them are born with it. Um, Sometimes it's Maybelline. No, I mean it's that some guys have to work at it.
Hmm.
And as I was watching the coaches give a little bit of a pep talk here, in between the warm ups and the drills, um, you know, they didn't call this the Grind Don't Stop Showcase for nothing.
Hmm.
That it was a message that they wanted to send these kids, beyond just the showcase. That if you want to be the best, you have to act like the best and live like the best. And look, honestly, we're not going to have the GOAT debate in the NBA, right? But from a story perspective, from beginning to end, there's no doubt there's no better story, I think, in NBA history than Michael Jordan's. Because we all know he didn't make his varsity, didn't make
Yeah.
the varsity team. In fact, I think he missed like 2 or 3 years. 2 years, I think he missed out
Hmm.
on getting on the team. Didn't stop him. Started practicing. And then even there's so many similarities that I hear in the stories that you hear about Michael. You also hear in like a Tiger Woods that these guys were always practicing.
Hmm.
They were always working on their skill set. They were always looking to get better. I mean, look at Tiger. As many injuries as he's had, and he doesn't stop. He still wants to get better,
Yeah.
right? And even if better today is never going to be the Tiger of yesterday, right? But he's still constantly working at being a better athlete, and knowing that even though there's no such thing as perfection, that there is a lot of nobility in striving towards that.
And I think that comes with the love of the game as well. Like, you gotta love the game to
Sure.
put in all those hours and to just not, because he could have stopped after the car accident. After
Yeah.
he could have been done, but it's
I
just
mean, he's got the accolades, right?
yeah.
He's won all the awards.
Yeah, exactly,
He's
and
won
he wanted to come
all the
back,
tournaments. Yeah.
and it's just Also, it's just a different mindset too. Like guys like Mike, like there's just I feel like some people are just born with that mindset. I
Yeah.
don't think you can teach that. Like you either want it
Yeah.
or you don't.
Well, you
Like
heard the same things about Kobe, right?
yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning, guys would show up they'd be getting home from the club,
Uh huh.
or when they were traveling on away games, they'd be getting back to the hotel from the club, and Kobe's working out,
Yeah.
or he's in the gym, already like taking shots. I mean, it's an incredible amount of discipline that, again, you can't teach that.
No.
It has to come natural. Again, thank you to everybody who is joining us here. And I apologize, we don't mean to give you our backs here, but first of all, I do want to thank the Florida Athletics Network broadcast team here. We've got Anya on our main camera here. We got Kobe on court 2. And again, those videos we will bring to you later on this week. Hunter Petty joining me here on the broadcast. And I'm Jonathan Torres. I was excited about this because, just not to get too down the rabbit hole, but this was part of the reason why I started Florida Athletics Network. This was literally the core reason. My vision was to elevate the visibility and to promote youth sports, to provide a platform for young athletes to be seen, and for them to be admired, and again, hopefully open some doors and opportunities for them, in whatever sport they choose. And so I say that, with the intent that if there are other coaches, other event organizers around the country, around the state of Florida, that would like to have us, come out and live stream, their showcases, again, creating just a huge amount of visibility for the athletes in the area. We'd love to be a part of that. YouTube, again, is an incredible worldwide platform. And I can assure you that there are going to be many coaches that are going to be watching this around the country, and hopefully spotting some new talent that they wish to have at their schools. They can't be everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they're, like every year, there's tons of talent that doesn't end up quite maybe where they should. But again, now, especially with highlight reels and YouTube and social media and all that, you hope that they achieve their fullest potential. And our goal is to make that as easy a process as possible. Our end consumer is the recruiters and the coaches, that are looking for that missing piece of the puzzle that's going to help them elevate their program at their school.
Yep.
Did you get to talk to any of our participants today?
Not yet. I think they're about to go on a little lunch break here in a little bit, so might walk around, talk to some people, see how they're feeling.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, we got a lot of great young men here. I mean, we've got, I don't know, about 4 sheets full. Yep, we've got a few sheets of in names, graduating classes. I mean, we have here, let's see, we got
Positions.
a 2027, right? So, a bunch of 2026s, obviously. There is a 25 in there,
A couple 25s.
a couple 25s. So it's a good mix. It's a good mix of classes here. So we're going to see guys who are just kind of hitting their stride, and then some other guys who are really starting to find themselves athletically. And we're going to be bringing that to you live here. We're going to take a little break. And again, we'll be bringing you the scrimmages, the drills, all that here from North Fort Myers High School in Southwest Florida. Thanks to, again, the Red Knights, Coach Ron Newson, and Florida Athletics Network. We'll be right back.
grades? Did you take care of what you need to take care of? I thought I did, or at least I thought it was going to be good. I failed history. Lost my whole second half of my senior year, 2 scholarships, gone. Gone, because I didn't take care of my business the same way I preach, and I'm sure the coaches preach to y'all. Take care of your business, the grind. So guess what I had to do? Get on my grind, figure out how to get it done the way I wanted to get it done. I took the route of the military. I took the route of overseas play. I come back, I'm at MTSU. Walk on. I got mine. I know what it takes from working from the bottom all the way to the top. I'm telling you, man, it's not about where you start, it's how you finish. And if you want to finish good, you got to figure it out early. And don't waste nobody's time, because ain't nobody got time. Nobody's going to care about you. The minute you leave these protected walls called high school, nobody's going to care about what you're talking about. They ain't going to care. They're going to be like, what you doing? Where you going? I'm going to give you a story for the 25s. Raise your hand. Listen, it is very critical. These walls protect you. They shelter you. Wherever high school you at, they shelter you. And you have to understand, when that shelter is over with, they're not going to look at you the same way. We see them all the time. They come in the gym, what they do? For the high school games, they walking in, they with their friends. Hey, I can get in because I'm a student. Not no more. Hey, man, it's $10, $20 to get in here. Some of you that's fortunate to make it to the college level play. I'm telling you now, where he at? Where he go? Coach Kevin, Coach Carr, you better listen to what they were saying. It's real stuff. It's real stuff. Don't play. You got to come with it every day. You got to think about it like this. You're here, right? They're always recruiting the next guy. They always got somebody else they're looking. They have just left your house. Hey, man, we had a good conversation. You feel good. You sign your paper. That dude can leave your house, go across town, and talk to the next guy with the same position. Hey, man, we want you over here. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. Last thing I'm going to say before Coach Rodney get up is this. Be diligent with your work ethic. Yeah, I got a story. It's great. I can, it got a lot of legs to it. It means a lot. I hold dearly to it. So when I see the effort not there, it drives me crazy because I know how hard it is to get to the level that you want. I know how hard it is. I know the pain. I know the late nights. I know that stuff. So when I'm telling you, and these coaches and your coach and your parents and your mama, your auntie, your uncle, or whomever is telling you, make sure you're right, they're telling you that for a reason. It's just not words. Reality will beat you up quick. Everybody got it? All right, so look, let's go over some quickness. I'm going to give you some time to get you a little break, get you some lunch, something like that, after coach talk a little bit, right? Come back. We're going to get a quick warm-up. We're going to play some games. The people that I gave new jerseys to, make sure you wear those moving forward, okay? If you would like another shirt later, the ones that don't have the second one, you can come and I'll try to figure out a way to get you another shirt. Can't all get the same color. So don't be trying to think everybody get the same color. You get one of the other ones. Okay? So we're going to come back. All the games will be played here. We're going to be ready to go. Everybody good? Y'all should be worked out. Them hamstring, them glutes, all that stretching, all that running. You should be ready to rock and roll, play some ball, right? 2 claps. 2 claps. 2 claps. Coach Rodney going to talk to you for a little bit. And then you're going to break, go get some lunch, come right back. We ready to roll.
All right, so everybody good right now? Everybody okay? Yes, sir. All right, come back real quick. So coaches gave you guys about student athlete, right? I'm going to give you a story, an actual true story, piggybacking on what you said about grades and GPA. Had a young man, played for me last season. He got a full scholarship offer to Bruton Parker College. Bruton Parker is NAIA school, which is the equivalent of a D2 school. They pulled his transcripts. He went to Charleston Southern on a full ride. Charleston Southern sent him home. Nobody knows why. Bruton Parker pulled his transcripts from Charleston Southern. He had a 0.0 GPA, all Fs. Guess what happened to that scholarship offer at Bruton Parker? Went away. The baddest left-handed point guard I've ever seen in my life. The first thing he said to me is, Coach, what should I do? Put that basketball down. Because at the end of the day, Coach, that ball's going to stop dribbling. So you got to have something to do. I played ball. Thank you, Coach. I played ball at Tuskegee University, D2. I got my degree in animal science. I worked in the veterinary field for 15 years. I put my degree to work. So when you're looking at colleges and opportunities, it's great to have them, but guess what an offer is? Anybody know what an offer is? What's an offer? It's just that. It's an opportunity. It's an offer. I can offer right now and say, hey, everybody come to lunch on me. That's an offer. Until I put that money on the table, that's when it's an actual scholarship, right? So it's good to have offers. It's great. But right now what you guys are fighting against is a beast called the NIL and the portal. Basketball season ended, 9,000 kids jumped into the portal. 4,200 got offers. That means there's still 3,700 kids still sitting in the portal looking for an offer. High school kids, guess where you fall at? The very bottom. You're fighting against 3,700 kids that's trying to get an offer. So what you want to do is take every opportunity that comes to you and look at it. Right now, I coach a post-grad program. My post-grad program is called Atlanta City Prep. The NCAA just kind of give you guys the rules. You are allowed a gap year from high school to college. You're allowed a 2-year gap year that you can play post-grad. Most people don't know what post-grad is. I'll give you some names. IMG, DME right here in Florida, OTE. Those are post-grad programs. Develop, work on your GPA, get where you need to get. Then you can go junior college. Because right now, how many in here think you're D1 players? Come here. Have a seat right there. This is a D1 player, right? So if I made you an offer right now, you wouldn't come because you think you're D1.
No, I'll seek the option.
But that's what I'm saying. Anything that comes available, you just said you're a D1 player.
Yeah.
How many D1 coaches are in here recruiting you right now?
Not me.
How much film you have out?
Good amount.
A good amount of film? Film or highlights?
Full game film.
Full game films.
Yes, sir.
So when you miss a shot, what's your reaction?
Get back on the defense, try to win.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Keep working. But what makes you D1?
I feel like my work ethic defensively, I can pick up full court. I feel like my playmaking and my motivation towards my team.
Okay. First thing a D1 coach is going to say, what's your GPA?
My GPA is 3.8.
3.8? My guy, I like that. I like that confidence. 2 things, the confidence and the ability. Everybody else, nobody else raised their hand and said they're D1. That man's got confidence. He's going to succeed because he has a goal. He may not make D1, but he has a goal. You guys got to set a goal. All right? Just because you don't get any D1 offers does not mean you're not D1. D1 starts exactly what he said, work ethic and GPA. You guys are here at grind don't stop. D1 means grind doesn't stop. Consistent. How many shots you getting up a day?
I get up about at least I say like 100. I mean, the 100 that I do is my scoring series within my team, like
Okay.
my actual like play book, you know. So like I'll say like I do 100 of those, and then I'll go in and work on like my base moves.
So pretty much what you're telling me is the same thing that Coach Ron said. Is when you're alone, that's when you're working. That's what you should be doing. That's what you should be doing. So for me today, what I'm looking for is basketball IQ. I could teach a 3-year-old to shoot a ball. I can't teach a 3-year-old to play defense. I know Marquis is following me. How many people are following me on Instagram? Coach Rodney _ on Instagram. I put a post up that Penny Hardaway, you guys know about Penny Hardaway? Penny Hardaway coaches over at University of Memphis. He said the hardest thing for him to find is kids who want to play defense. Everybody want to shine, everybody want to score, but nobody wants to play defense. I tell my team all the time, and Marquis will tell you it's in a group chat, offense gets you on the court, defense keeps you on the floor. Period. Because when you guys move to the next level, how many people average 15 to 20 points per game here? Get your hands up. I need to see some confidence. Right. When you get to the next level, everybody's scoring that. So there's one thing as coaches that we're looking for, and the coaches are going to love this: role players. Know your role. You guys see my players walking around here. I don't know, they probably went to go get something to eat. But I have a young man, Malachi. Malachi knows his role. He has a silent double-double every game, rebounds and assists. He's a power forward, but he knows his role, right? So if you're a point guard, what is your role as a point guard? Touch the paint? Know the floor? You're the extension of the coach on the floor. You have to know your personnel. You have to know the plays, know the schemes that you're running, and you have to be a leader. Earlier today, I told Coach, you guys were doing a drill. This young man and this young man were the only two talking in the drill. That's crazy. Basketball is vocal. If you're in an arena, in a gym, when I played at Tuskegee, we probably had about 700-800 people in the gym. It was loud. And you just can't just depend on, well, he knows where I'm going to go. No. You have to communicate that. What's the best form of communication on the basketball court? Loud, vocal, loud. Where should you be speaking the most on the basketball court? Okay, all right. Because I'm going to tell you, when I was in college, my big didn't call a screen out, and I got blowed up, and I turned and punched him right in his jaw. Because I can't see what's happening behind me. You guys have to talk, all right? That's all I have. Have fun. Enjoy basketball, but remember, education is first and foremost. Anybody that wants to come over to Atlanta City Prep, the first thing I'm asking for is what? I'm asking for that transcript. Before I move you to the next step, I need to see your transcript. The ball will stop dribbling. What are you doing after that? All right? Appreciate you guys coming out. I don't know where Coach is. Right. Okay. Well, I know he said it's lunchtime, but I'm going to tell you now, we have a game. Don't go eat heavy. I'm the coach that make you run till you throw up. So all that McDonald's, I need that in the trash can. All right? You guys go grab a bite to eat.